Over 400 delegates won't be allowed to vote for new ANC leader. This means the winning candidate in the ANC presidential race would require half of 4,776 votes, or 2,389 votes. The province was also affected by a court ruling which nullified the Boyana ANC Regional Conference. Valuengen upgrades Crescent Point Energy CPG to hold Burson Corrado Investment Advisors LLC sold 28,197 shares as the company's stock declined 21.90%, while stock markets rallied. Based on a recent bid, the stock is trading 55.00% away from its 52-week high and 0.46% away from its 52-week low. Westchester Capital Management LLC maintains position in Time Warner Inc. TWX Howard Hughes Medical Institute increased DeerCo NYSE stake by 8,952 shares to 69,220, valued at $8.56 million in 2017 Q2. Oak Bancorp decreased its stake in PNM Res Inc. PNM by 52.52% based on its latest 2017 Q2 regulatory filing with the SEC. Intriguing first look of Ira Well, it was a surprise to see the handsome soldier from the film back on social media to share the film's poster. But, this time his upcoming flick is all set to collide with none other than his favorite himself. Red Hat NYSE getting somewhat favorable media coverage. Report shows Cowen restated a buy rating and issued a $136 target price on shares of Red Hat in a research note on Monday, December 11. Aberdeen Asset Management Public LLC UK has invested 0.01% in Red Hat, Inc. NYSE to report earnings on December 20. Robbie Lawler praises Rafael dos Anjos after UFC on Fox 26 loss against Tarek Saffiedine. Dos Anjos pressured the Belgian but was often sucked into a grappling match. Afterward, Dos Anjos explained that his composure was partly due to Lawler's tough head. Mo Farah wins BBC's Sports Personality of the Year award 4 years later. In Rio, Farah became the first Briton to win 3 athletic gold medals at the Olympics. Northern Ireland's Jonathan Rea dominated the 2017 World Superbike Championship with 16 victories. Trump slams chain migration as NYC suspect is charged. Trump's tendency to seize on terror attacks to push his immigration agenda has been the subject of fierce debate in Washington. NY officials on Tuesday also filed state charges against Ullah, as investigators in his home country questioned his wife. APD position cut by Envestnet Asset Management Inc. David Gallo decreased its stake in AirPods Chems Inc. APD by 0.7% based on its latest 2017 Q2 regulatory filing with the SEC. HSBC Public Limited Company reported 373,999 shares, or 0.1% of all its holdings. 2,517 are owned by Clinton Incorporated. Macquarie Group Limited boosts position in Aerie Pharmaceuticals Inc. AERI Raymond James Associates, a Florida-based fund, reported 57,841 shares. 463,916 were reported by Archon Capital Management LC. The stock of Repligen Corporation NASDAQRGEN earned overweight rating by Piper Jaffray on Monday, February 13. President Trump is sending NASA back to the moon. What's more, many anxious that NASA would get bogged down in the gray lunar dust and fail to move on toward the red planet. NASA has recently been working on plans for something called the Deep Space Gateway, an outpost in orbit around the moon. Panthers' Thomas Davis cheap shots Davante Adams with ugly hit-to-head. Thomas Davis' dirty hit has resulted in another concussion for Green Bay Packers receiver Davante Adams. Green Bay took the lead on this insane two-count pass from Rodgers to Randall Cobb. Will Freeport-McMoRan Inc. FCX go down anytime soon? First Manhattan Co. lifted its stake in Freeport-McMoRan by 0.3% during the second quarter. NYSE FCX opened at $16.98 on Friday. Several other hedge funds and other institutional investors have also added to or reduced their stakes in the company. Rail Flexi Fare system being reviewed, says Railway Minister Piyush Goyal. The minister said that railways will utilize the Nirbhaya Fund for installing CCTVs at over 983 railway stations across the country. WisdomTree Investments Inc. NASDAQ ETF Sentiment Change Report. The asset manager reported 6 cents earnings per share for the quarter, meeting the Thomson Reuters consensus estimate of 6 cents. RBC Capital Markets maintained the shares of ZFGN in report on Thursday, October 15, with outperform rating.